Okay, and we're back, and we're going to review the more newer generation of games. Start off with my Dreamcast collection. I have Confidential Mission, Dynamite Cop, House of the Dead 2, Marvel vs. Capcom, which you can expect me to most definitely review, Record of Lodoss War, which is based off a rather nice anime that I like, Sega Smash Pack Volume 1, and finally Sonic Adventure, which is probably my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog game ever. And moving on to the PlayStation 2. Start off, I have both of the Capcom Classics Collection games. Whole wealth of arcade classics from Capcom in there. And there's Capcom Fighting Jam, which is a lackluster fighting game. Feels like a throw together. Well, actually it's Capcom Fighting Evolution, but it's probably Jam if you're from Japan. And I have the Devil May Cry collection. Its 5th anniversary collection has 1, 2, and the special edition of 3. I do have the original 3rd one, might I add. And I have Dino Stalker, Fugitive Hunter, and for my British viewers I have the 2 Getaway games. And to add to even more crime games, I have Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and I have the double pack, which is Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories. And I have Medal of Honor Frontline. And I have Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, and its sequel, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and the updated version, Metal Gear Solid Subsistence, which I already told you about. And I also have Onimusha Warlords, game I quite enjoy. Feels like Resident Evil, except it's in like feudal Japan. And I have Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny, a fighting game based Onimusha, which is Onimusha Blade Warriors or Onimusha Baraiden, I believe if you're from Japan. Onimusha 3, Demon Siege, Onimusha Dawn of Dreams. And almost done with the PlayStation 2 collection. I have both the Spider-Man games, which are the film adaptations. I have Street Fighter Alpha Anthology, which gave me the privilege of playing a Street Fighter Alpha game for the first time ever. And I have the Street Fighter Anniversary collection. I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Battle Nexus, and 3, Mutant Nightmare. I only got these games because I wanted the arcade games on it. You know, Battle Nexus has the original Turtles arcade game on it. It's off Xbox Live as of now, but, well, I didn't know it was on Xbox Live by the time I got that game. And, well, Turtles in Time is also on number 3, but well, both of those ports are not very good as far as I can tell, and well, hey, at least it gave me a taste of the more newer series that came out around the, well, you know what I'm talking about. Moving on, I have Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Jungle Storm, and I have Time Crisis 3, even though it's at a local arcade, I know. And I have the limited edition of Ultimate Spider-Man. Apparently that was a PlayStation 2 exclusive. And finally, Under the Skin. So that concludes my PlayStation 2 collection. Now let's move on to my GameCube. I have both of the Hulk games for GameCube. This one's based off of the movie directed by Ang Lee. This one I don't think is based off any film adaptations, but subtitled Ultimate Destruction. I sure wish it would stop clicking. Either that or I need a new cube. My friend Josh gave me this one, Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. And I also have Luigi's Mansion. I have Mega Man Network Transmission. Now, I do need to clarify that I'm a huge Mega Man fan. You know, I've loved Mega Man ever since I played my first Mega Man game, which was number 2, might I add. Yeah, that's one thing I've got in common with Brental Floss. But I'm not very familiar with the Battle Network series. And, well, I'm just not very familiar with that series, and that's pretty much the only game I have from that series. But moving on, I have the remake of Metal Gear Solid for the Nintendo GameCube, which was subtitled The Twin Snakes. I have Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Super Mario Sunshine, and finally Super Smash Bros. Melee. Now it's time for my Xbox, my original Xbox. I have Beatdown: Fists of Vengeance, Dino Crisis 3, Fantastic Four, it's based off the movie, Final Fight Streetwise. I have Full Spectrum Warrior and its sequel, 10 Hammers. It's a real shame I didn't know about Xbox Live when I got my Xbox all those years ago, because now that content is no longer on the market. And I have Genma Onimusha, which is, it's like the original, but this one's more harder. It's got some extra features. And I have Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and perhaps maybe if you can see right there, it's a second edition, so that means there's no hot coffee for you. And I have Max Payne and its sequel, The Fall of Max Payne. I love Max Payne. I have Medal of Honor European Assault. Saw that on display at a Best Buy years ago, and I thought it looked cool, so I thought I'd pick it up. I have The Punisher, and I have Red Dead Revolver. Even though this is in the local arcade, I have SVC Chaos, SNK vs. Capcom. Series I didn't really get into, though. And I have Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell games. The original, as well as Pandora Tomorrow and Chaos Theory. I have Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon 2 and its Summit Strike version. I have a rather underrated first-person shooter called Urban Chaos Riot Response, which I want to guarantee you right now I'm going to review on CherryBot. And there's also a rather underrated counterterrorism game called Without Warning. And finally, I have the X-Men Legends games. Alright, now we're getting on to the current generation. Starting with my Wii. This came with it, Wii Sports. And I have the Gunblade NY and LA Machine Guns arcade pack. Kate West, The Vanishing Files. Ghost Squad. Real Heroes Firefighter. Should probably do a Real Heroes Police Officer. Red Steel. My friend Josh gave me this one, Sakura Wars, So Long My Love. Came with a nice book. And I have Spyborgs, though as you can see from the shrink wrap I haven't opened it yet, therefore never played it. I have Super Mario Galaxy, Super Paper Mario, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and finally Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. Oops. Now, might as well get my PlayStation 3 collection out of the way because it's quite small. You're probably going to laugh. I have Cross Edge, Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, Resistance, Fall of Man, and Uncharted, Drake's Fortune. So, hopefully it's not going to remain that small for long. Now, finally, let's talk about my Xbox 360 collection. Now, to start off, I have the collector's edition of Alan Wake. I have the collector's edition of Batman Arkham Asylum, as well as the collector's edition of Batman Arkham City. I have Bionic Commando, Robert Rudlum's The Bourne Conspiracy. I have the collector's edition of Brothers in Arms, Hell's Highway, Condemned, Criminal Origins, Darkest of Days, Dead Rising, the Balls of Steel edition of Duke Nukem Forever. I think, as we all know, that game's got balls of fail. Ghostbusters, the video game. Makes me wish I had the Sega version. Jurassic the Hunted. One of my personal favorites, L.A. Noire. You can most definitely expect me to review that. And I have the 2 Left 4 Dead games. Although I'm thinking of letting my pal Victor do that one. Well, those 2 actually, sorry. But if you guys, if any of you viewers have gone to CherryBot, if you've seen any of our videos, you see a guy with a gas mask, that's him. So I think I might let him have those. I have a first-person shooter here called Legendary. And I have Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and its so-called updated edition, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. This one here is the collector's edition. And I have both of the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games. I have Operation Darkness, the collector's edition of Record of Agarest War. I just picked that up because it looked interesting and because I love anime. Secret Service. I have the premium edition of Soul Calibur 4. And I have the collector's edition of Street Fighter 4 as well as the updated version, Super Street Fighter 4. And I have both of the Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter games. And I have Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Double Agent, Collector's Edition. And I have X-Men Origins Wolverine and Wolfenstein. And I believe that concludes my video game collection. So I'm just going to make a finale. This one's going to include the games that I am guaranteeing that I'm going to review. And, well, hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll be right back.